Most people think Spartans were born warriors. They weren't. They were made, slowly, deliberately, and at a cost most people never talk about. A Spartan boy's life began before he ever took a breath. When he was born, elders examined him, not to celebrate, to decide. Was he strong enough, healthy enough, useful enough? If the answer was no, his story ended there. If yes, he was sent home. But that wasn't mercy. That was step one. For the first 7 years, he lived with his mother. And this is where people get confused. Spartan mothers loved their sons, but they loved Sparta more. They didn't teach comfort, they taught control. Pain wasn't avoided, hunger wasn't feared, crying wasn't rewarded, because every Spartan mother knew something was coming. At age 7, the Spartan state would arrive. No ceremony, no debate. One day he belonged to his family, the next he didn't. He entered the agoge, the Spartan training system. But training isn't the right word. This wasn't about skills, it was about removal. Removing softness, removing hesitation, removing the idea that he mattered as an individual. Food was limited on purpose, not to starve him, but to teach him desperation. He was encouraged to steal, but here's the trick. If he was caught, he was beaten, not for stealing, for being caught. From the start, Sparta rewarded results, not morals. Cold became constant, 1 cloak per year, no shoes, no bed. At night he slept on reeds he gathered himself. If he complained, punishment followed. Silence became survival. By 12, fights were inevitable. No one intervened. Pain was visible. Endurance became reputation. This is where many broke, but breaking wasn't allowed to be visible, because Spartans believed something chilling. Fear spreads faster than courage, so fear had to be burned out early. By 18, the training shifted again. The strongest and most trusted youths were chosen for something darker, the Crypteia. They were sent out alone, no shelter, no protection, no identity. They learned to be ruthless, to act without instruction, to survive without witnesses. This was a great honor to be selected, though a brutal and merciless one. By now, home felt distant, warmth felt unfamiliar, choice felt dangerous. At 20, the boy became a soldier, full-time, permanent. He could marry, but still lived in the barracks. Even adulthood was controlled. Only at 30 did he earn full citizenship. Only then could he live freely. But here's the question no one asks. What kind of man is left after a childhood like that? Sparta didn't create fearless warriors. It created men trained to suppress fear. It didn't raise thinkers. It raised discipline so strict it passed for strength. And for a time, it worked, until the system that forged them couldn't adapt, couldn't change, and couldn't survive. Does a society that raises children only for war eventually forgets how to live?